that the first stout you ended up with? Or is that your second one already?
No, that's the first one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you going to have two?
Possibly. I might try one of the other ones.
Good, you should.
There's that pale ale
I'm
down
not
there
gonna
that
drink
sounded good.
I'm not going to drink them, so it's all you, man.
Get Bradley to have one
Brad's drinking that DP.
The DP?
The DP, the Diet Pepsi.
This is like actually
caffeine-free.
second soda I've had in like 6 months. They've both been with you.
I was going to say that, yeah, the last time was with me, too.
2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming over on a weeknight, fellas, after work. Brad found 2 more sheds today while he was at work. What do you do when you're actually working outside of finding
Looking for
sheds?
horns.
So basically, you got paid to find sheds today, so you're a professional shed hunter.
Yeah.
There can't be too many of those guys out there.
I mean, that one I found on this hill right here.
Is that the one you grabbed?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It looked way bigger before you grabbed it.
Looked bigger from, it looked like a
They
stud.
always do.
Dude, it's like that one he found this weekend with us.
Yeah.
When he's like, "Oh, I got one right here." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good shed." He's like, no.
Oh, you were on the ridge above him?
I was like 20 yards behind him.
Oh, nice.
And then when he actually picked it up, I'm like, "Oh no, that's just a regular old Forky."
I don't know how many times I've glassed like a shed up and been like, "Oh man, that's such a good one." And then you get like the 200 yards down to it,
Yeah.
and it's like a dinky forked horn.
Yeah. I may shit on shed hunting a lot, but I actually had fun walking around the hills the other day. Even though we didn't find really anything worth walking that, I don't know how many miles we did, but it was quite a few. Probably at least minimum 3.
Yeah.
It was still fun.
It's good exercise.
Yeah. I'm starting to like make jokes. I was like, dude, I think we're shed hunting in an area where the deer just keep them all year round and they don't actually.
We need to make it up to the Cascades.
Yeah.
We
You
should.
need to go with us.
Get a good day in where we like actually are in an area that
Yeah.
holds horns.
This time I'll bring a gun, though. I'm not doing that again. I can't believe I made that mistake. So I have a rule where I always bring a rifle, and in case I see something cool, and we saw this giant. I mean, you know more about bobcats than I do, but it was a giant.
It was like
Beautiful.
at least top 2 biggest ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was the biggest one I've ever seen, and it was probably the stupidest one I've ever seen. It just stood there at like 35, 40 yards, and it was big and just really gray, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had a dark color.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous
Almost
freaking
like
cat.
a lynx color
Yeah.
than like a normal bobcat.
Well, even if I had a rifle, I don't know if I would have shot it because I'm like, okay, first of all, can I legally shoot this? I don't think I have a fur bearer's permit. I don't even know what is required to shoot a bobcat. That was such a cool cat.
At least it wasn't a cougar.
Oh, if it was a cougar, I would have got out with my 9.
That'd be
I had my 9 on my hip. Just start running at it and try and tree it, and then I'd kill it for sure. But so this isn't about shed hunting or anything. This is about bear hunting. And we're kind of kicking around the idea of filming our hunts this year. We kind of played around with it a little bit last year, and Brad and I made a video that I never uploaded to YouTube. We probably would have got roasted online for after the kill because the bear, I mean, there was a little bit of ground shrinkage, but we didn't realize how ugly the bear was when we killed it. Like, it was I mean, its face looked like a ball sack, dude. It looked
like my balls,
a
honestly.
shrinkle. It was wrinkly, not very hairy at all. Like, it wasn't hardly any hair on it. I still don't know if I'm describing your ball sack or not, but it just didn't look like a bear you'd want to take a picture with.
Yeah, it was ugly as shit.
It looked like you might get.
I got some ugly balls, honestly.
Oh, I wouldn't take a picture with your balls either. I guess. I mean, it was. So we made some pretty funny comments as we were like processing the bear and getting up to the bear, and I just felt like we might get roasted if we were like not respecting the bear rabbit ears.
That's when you just cut the audio and you just put music, like a time lapse music over it.
That's what Brad was saying.
And then you know, nobody gets to hear any of the comments or anything.
And then the comment section's like, "That's an ugly fucking bear. Why did you shoot that thing? That's a little one." Da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, first of all, he consciously shot a bear he knew wasn't big. There was ground shrinkage. I was thinking.
I just like the color of it.
It was a pretty bear outside of its face.
We thought it was pretty.
Right. And, like, when we started the journey, we were like, 175, 150. And then when he shot it, I'm like,
120.
125. And then we get up. He's like, oh, it's probably 100 pounds. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I said anything. And then the jokes started ensuing. So, yeah, we didn't post that one.
Honestly, the whole purpose of me shooting that bear was the coat. And then
you left
then
it.
the fucking face just ruined it. So, that's not happening again. This year's different.
Wasn't your skull all fucked up too? Like it was a snaggletooth bear?
Yeah.
Or was that Penny's bear?
Both of those bears had messed up teeth.
Yeah.
Mine had a broke off tooth, and then Penny's bear had like a twisted South County kind of shit going on with its teeth.
Yeah, I saw the skull at Cheryl's, the Beetle lady. Shout out to her. She does great work. And she was like, oh, yeah, and your bears, the skulls were actually pretty similar in size. Was that?
Mine's pretty small.
It is small, but I mean, I thought hers would dwarf yours.
Right.
Because she shot a pretty good-sized sow, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite a bit bigger than mine, but it's not a monster bear.
No, it's
probably 150 pounds. But
I thought it was bigger than that.
I don't think so. Maybe 175, but even when I was talking to the ODFW guy, he said your average sow is 150 pounds.
Right.
They don't get much bigger.
Yeah, 150, 175.
Her boar this year, the one that she killed.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
The fall bear.
That's the one I'm
one's
thinking of.
That was a good bear.
Yeah.
He's probably, what, 200?
Dude,
I would say.
That was a chubby bear.
He's chubby, but he's short.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he had the length, he would have been
he would have
pretty
been
nice
giant.
bear. But
yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. I don't remember Penny's bear. Her sow.
Yeah. Well, that...
She shot that in the spring, right?
Yeah, that was a spring bear. We were by ourselves that night. And
okay. I was like, I don't remember even packing that out.
No, it was just me and her. I think Zach actually came and helped.
That's right. I remember that.
I called him up because he was up on the mountain.
Yeah.
He came and helped.
So, and then there's James's bear.
Yeah.
Which, why don't you just tell the story on that one?
Oh, I don't even know.
This was last spring, right?
Yeah, this last.
Well, we spotted him originally when we were out hunting for Nick.
And Bradley seen him first.
Nick and I.
Well, didn't Kyle see him first?
Well, no. Nick and I had seen this bear the night he killed that chocolate bear with me.
Uh-huh.
And both of us were like, dude, that thing is huge. And we went down. We hiked our asses all the way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Could never see it. Never did see it again. And we're hiking up because there was a sow in the clear cut. So we're hiking back up underneath that sow to get a better look at her. I knew she was small, but Nick's Nick. He's like thinking about shooting it. And
send it.
And anyways, we ended up hiking up back toward the truck, and I spotted that chocolate bear, and Nick smoked it. Then
wasn't that a decent bear?
It was a good bear.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
200?
I think right at 200.
God, I'd shoot that.
It was a nice, but the funny thing is, that's the one bear where I'm like, I don't think it's that big.
Really?
And it's the biggest bear we freaking killed all year. So, but anyways, we hiked back up, and then Kyle had seen it, and then James started pursuing it. Everyone thought that bear was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the videos I got of him.
How positive are we that you shot the rabbit ears big bear?
I went back and looked at all my footage from the night I shot it to the pictures that Kyle had and like all the video that I had. Well, because I think I seen him 4 or 5 nights before I actually killed him because the wind was so bad.
In a row or just prior?
3 nights in a row for
Really?
sure, but like 5 times total.
That's crazy.
And the wind was always just terrible.
That wind's gnarly.
Yeah, the wind.
There's a gnarly updraft.
Screws you over there.
That's why we had to hike down for him to shoot it. Because
Yeah.
if we would have shot from the top, like some people said they would have, dude, that wind was pulling so hard. I bet you would have hit like.
If you think about how steep that is, your bullet's probably 500 feet off the ground at least.
How far was your shot? 400?
We
hiked down to 400.
447.
And you
or
still
it was
had
like 450 or so.
You still aimed like what, on the head?
No, I put it on the shoulder and I hit.
Mid body.
Yeah, mid body, like quarter in a way. Like,
But it's weird. You get down in that funnel where he shot from.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
there's
wind.
no wind.
But you get out there where that bear is, the wind's like the trees
Ripping.
are going.
Yeah. And it was like there's never a time where the wind isn't whipping.
That's one of the steepest units you can shoot a bear into.
Yeah, I probably won't shoot one in there again this year. I mean, I know for sure I won't shoot one where he was. If they're further up, like where Nick killed his bear.
Call you guys when I dump one.
Yeah.
We'll be making a phone call to one of our buddies.
I'll be there.
That you know.
I'll be there, but it's gonna suck. But
yeah.
No, I went back and looked at all the footage, and he had kind of like a grayish tint to the between his shoulder blades and the hump, and it's on every single video I had seen, all the pictures, and I mean they're deceiving.
Right. So it was the bear.
It was, yeah. It's the same.
Because it kind of had a red. That have kind of a reddish.
Yeah, he's
kind
of got a red tint to the side and a little gray to the top in every picture and video I have of him. And then he duped us.
Yeah.
But
we all thought that was a big bear.
I almost wonder if it's because we're up so high and there's nothing. It's all green grass. So there's really nothing to go off.
Yeah, I think when they're in units, you can base them off stumps and get a little bit better of a judgment on them. And
Brad
stuff
sent me a picture today of what we think is your bear prior to you shooting it.
It's Kyle's picture of it.
Yeah.
And you can see, I'm like, it looks big, but I'm like, then you see some big clumps of grass, and I'm like, he's not much bigger than those clumps of grass, but he looks big.
Yeah, and I think that's just what it is it's deceiving.
Yeah. Well, how often are you looking that down onto a bear? It's not very often.
Not very often.
Usually you're looking straight up.
Or straight across in a steep unit or so.
Exactly.
I mean, every once in a while, you catch them in the creek bottoms and stuff.
It just seemed like, man, that bear honey-dicked us, for sure.
Yeah. But
I mean, it lost like at least 100 pounds.
Yeah, he shrunk 100 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
which in the end, I was still happy to fill my tag, and he still wasn't. I mean, he still was a pretty average bear and stuff like that.
Yeah. But when you're expecting, a 250 to 300 pound bear.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of a dick, I guess. Because when you guys walked it up, I'm like, what is
that thing? Yeah.
You guys find
I'm already defeated at that point.
Yeah, you guys kicking you in the nuts when you walk up.
Thomas was there for that, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thomas.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, because that was like the first day that he had showed up. So
yeah.
we started his weekend off on a good note, I guess.
Yeah. I think him and I saw two bears in
He came down the wrong fucking day.
He did.
Or wrong weekend.
He did.
Yeah. A week before that, we were all over.
All over bears. Yeah.
I think the weekend I shot my bear, I seen at least 6 different bears. And just like that Friday, Saturday, or whatever it was.
Last year was the best year I ever had for seeing big bears. Mm-hmm. I'd never, because in the year prior, couldn't buy a 200-pound bear. Couldn't. I mean, it was like impossible to find something over 200. The bear I shot was one of the biggest bears I'd seen. And it wasn't even that big. Or there's 3 years ago.
That was, it
was with you.
Yeah. And
like,
that wasn't.
I mean, that was maybe 200, maybe.
Yeah, besides the bear that was in the unit next to it that we originally spotted.
Yeah, that was a stud.
That was the only
That was a big bear.
Dude, that bear that you're talking about and the bear from this year, as a crow flies, is not that far from each other, technically.
We're talking about the one we shot over on the other side of the farm. The one that I got on video where I shot him in the back.
Yeah.
And dumped him.
And your bear from this year.
Oh, yeah. No. Those ones, those are pretty far apart.
Yeah.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're,
even as the crow flies,
probably 10 miles, probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
maybe it doesn't seem that far because that freaking road system
ties in,
and maybe that's why it doesn't seem that far to me. But
from where you can glass to where he killed his bear isn't that far. But the actual distance
I got
is...
Yeah.
I can tell you this year I'm not using my 6.5 Creedmoor.
Yeah. No.
That freaking gun.
Bears and ocean boats, I think of the same way. The bigger, the better.
Bigger, the better. And I preach that, but my 30 caliber guns weren't up and shooting, or something was going on with the scope or something, and I didn't feel good that night, and I took my 6.5 just in case I saw something cool.
And then you seen something cool.
And I say that one of the biggest bears I've ever seen, and then wounded it. And then it got wounded again by somebody else. So I didn't. That poor bear. I hope I kill that bear this year if he's still alive.
Yeah, if he survived.
He's got 3 different bullet holes in him, that poor thing.
Yeah.
But he's well over 6 feet. Like, he's a
big bear.
He's an easy 6-foot bear. Yeah. When Gregory told me, like, that's one of the biggest bears he's seen, I was like, shit, like, I fucked up. But, so I guess, what is your guys' goals for this year for shooting a bear? Because I know I want to shoot a bigger bear. I know you guys probably want to shoot bigger bears. What are we talking about?
Bradley, do you want to go first?
Oh, I just something of decent size, like at least 200, but
One that's not uglier than shit.
one that's not ugly as shit. Yeah. No, I'm thinking 200 range at least, but I don't know. After last year, we killed a lot of bears last year. I'm probably going to be pretty patient.
You see they upped the tags 400 this year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. I mean, they should. It shouldn't even be a draw. But it's just interesting that we know, or you guys know a ton of people who didn't draw this year.
I didn't think I was going to.
I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have used Kim's points. Pretty scary. You guys, how many guys do you know total that didn't draw?
Around 10.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah, between the two of us.
Yeah. That's insane, dude. I wonder how many applicants there were that were first choice and how many of those had points that got it.
So,
Because I don't think those numbers are available yet.
really, my cousin was saying there's like 5,000 first choice applicants.
I
don't
want to know where he
yeah,
got those
I don't know
numbers.
where he's getting these numbers, but that's what he's
Because
telling me.
you guys personally know 10 people who didn't draw, and there was like 4,800 tags.
Right.
So that,
It's a big number of people we know.
yeah, just 200, 300 people didn't draw, and we know 10 of them. It's like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
They're not all local, but like Thomas, he's up north.
He
We
didn't
know
draw.
Thomas.
I don't know what unit he put in for. Probably ours.
Guessing Southwest.
Probably.
Then my buddy Nick didn't draw. Jace didn't draw, but then we found out he's just a fucking jackass and he
Point saver?
He bought a point saver.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he thought he put in for a tag, but he bought a point saver.
Dang it.
Yeah. The cutoff this year was about, if your app started with a 9, you were screwed. Mine started with a 0, and then
You were under it.
I was just under
Yeah.
it. Like, barely. I would not have drawn, for sure. So,
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling going into this year, and I was like, and then when I saw they added 400 tags, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't party hunt with Kim. I was like, no, because if I don't draw it, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, bears are probably one of my favorite things to hunt at this point. Nothing will ever take elk hunting, bow hunting elk, but I'd rather kill a bear than a blacktail right now. I fucking hate deer hunting.
what do you like more about bear hunting?
It's just, I don't know. It's not high pressured. Like if I don't kill a bear,
I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad if I kill a buck now, though. I don't really care.
I mean, yeah, I still get pissed off at myself if I don't kill a buck.
Well,
a good buck.
Okay. If I shoot a little buck, I feel like a piece of shit. And if I don't kill a big buck, it's like, oh, well, buck hunting's hard. There's no skin off my back.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not going to kill a giant every year.
No, and I'd
if
rather
you do, then you're good.
Yeah, I'd rather go for a 120 or bust at this point. I mean, and I let a
For deer?
Yeah, I let a 110 one.
Just a mature buck. Like
I passed up
you
a
see a
young
100-inch forky, he's getting dumped.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd have to dump that.
Yeah. 100-inch
That's
fork.
that's goal.
Yeah,
Giant
I mean, that could be an old buck.
Monster fork and horn. That's the
Yeah.
goal in life.
I think the one I got right there on the stairwell is like not even 90. It might be 90.
Oh, that forky down there?
Yeah.
That's a nice buck.
Yeah. Well, as a youth hunt buck, doesn't really
But
count.
dude, it's hard to pass on those. Your 4-point. What's that? 110?
112,
Can't pass on that
116.
unless you're
gross. I passed on one like that last
really
year.
good. But
Well, I passed on that buck last year because I mean, it was on private, and I was like,
right.
if I'm going to kill one on private, it should be big.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
At that
or
point-
coast. I mean, that buck on the coast is big. Cascades, maybe, pass on that.
Yeah.
'Cause Cascade bucks are big.
if I saw that on the coast, I'd probably shoot him on public. But private,
Nah.
I mean, you already have a couple elk in the freezer that you're still eating on. Bear, antelope, mule deer, blacktail, I'm still eating on.
right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have like 3 kids and a wife.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah, me.
I just get pickier the more meat I have in the freezer, and I have a lot of meat in the freezer, so I'm pretty freaking picky.
Yeah.
So, James, what's your goal this year?
Color phase is always. That's still the goal. Has been for the last who knows how many years. The goal is to find a mature or a bigger color phase, like an actual one of size.
Like a Bubba bear?
Well, yeah, but those are dreams. Those are dreams. It's not every day you see those, but yeah, goal is to try to find a decent color phase and not miss, because I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I really want to try to kill one with the 4570 lever action
sick.
open sights. It's kind of like killing one with your bow, but I would rather shoot one with the 4570.
Yeah.
So I will shoot a smaller one if I can stalk in with the lever action.
I could have killed, I could have killed with a bow or a lever action. For sure with a lever action, I could have killed 2 last year.
Yeah.
And both of them were under 125 pounds.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like, it's got to be one I'd be willing to kill normally.
That's tough.
Which is super tough. Yeah, it's like you might get... It's been a while since I've had an opportunity at like a decent bear within that range of a
100
lever
yards?
action or bow. Like most of the time when I see the big guys, it's like I can't even shoot it with my long gun.
Well, yeah,
you
they're
know?
like 1,200 yards away on a cliff.
Yeah, they're always out of reach and stuff like that.
Cliff bears are great for getting your numbers up so you sound like a badass, but for killing bears, not very productive. Not for me, because I can't reach out that far.
No.
Plus, then you have to scale a cliff.
And yeah,
Packing them out sucks. 'Cause Penny's bear that in 8 or 19. Yeah, 19. She killed a bear in that.
That was
cliff.
a good bear, though.
Pretty good bear. That was 697.
God, that's a poke.
Yeah.
What gun did you use?
We actually used Travis's gun.
Oh,
My
really?
coworkers.
Yeah, he's a long range guy.
Fucking dumped it.
Yeah.
Well, that bear, her fall bear, she shot at 585.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you dump it?
It ran out of sight, and I was like, you fucking missed it. And she's like, I felt good. And I'm like, well, we have to go down there and check it out. So we go down there, and the bear literally ran 20 yards, fell over dead.
So there's 2 things that I can't believe you don't own. One of them is Onyx. One of them's a phone scope.
I used to have a phone scope. So I had a phone scope for my fucking spotting scope.
Yeah.
Broke my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the wife, give me a new phone. She goes and buys this thing right here.
Mm-hmm. You're a Droid guy too, by the way.
Yeah, but this is not the same fucking phone. So now I have this piece of shit.
and the phone scope doesn't work.
And the phone scope doesn't work. I don't even think you can buy a phone scope for this thing.
You probably can.
I don't know.
I mean,
You'd have to buy one of the
Universals.
Universal.
I have a Universal and they suck.
They're not
I can't line
they're
it
not
up.
as
I
good.
tried to this year.
The one I have is good.
Is it?
This
Mine's the one
I
that,
think it's the phone, dude.
cam
'cause
scope
I
or
got,
scope cam or something like that.
I don't know how your phone is, but I have 4 fucking little
yeah.
circles
Which one?
down there.
Which one's which?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I put that thing on the Universal one, and you don't see anything, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Olin or whatever. The one that
The new
Cheshire.
Yeah, they're just
pushes.
so expensive.
Yeah, they're like $150 or
Are
something
they?
like that.
Damn.
They're retarded
yeah,
expensive.
they're super expensive, and the thing is that you still end up, from what I can tell, you still end up with like a cube on the outside of your phone case.
But they use magnets, don't they? Or something.
It's like a magnet or something
it'd
like
be-
that. But you're still.
What is yours? I like that.
Mine is the phone cam.
What?
It's a thread-in
That's
piece.
it?
Yeah, this is just a sticker that glues, it's just a really
Huh.
adhesive, and it glues onto my case, so it's not actually on my phone.
When did you start using that?
I've
had
used it for 4 years.
Is that compatible with your phone scope? Or is it its own thing?
It's its own thing. It's a universal screw-on thing.
And it's called what? Phone cam.
Phone cam. They're like $100 at Sportsman's.
You're kidding me.
And when you buy it, it comes with 5 or 6 different adhesive pieces that work for different phones.
Do you have multiple cameras on that thing?
I
like mine?
don't know.
So you have
I need
4.
to get. This phone's just about dead. I've had this S8 since they came out, and
It works pretty
shows.
good.
Oh, yeah, it works good. That's how I film it. That's how I filmed my buck and my bear.
Well, your
this year.
camera is in the middle of your phone, though.
Yeah.
Mine's on like the corner.
Yeah, but they have, when you buy this,
Yeah.
that comes with like several different like universal camera pieces.
Interesting.
So, and they're like way less way cheaper than buying.
I would rather have that than have to carry a special case.
Yeah, well,
know.
and that's why this is really
They're at Sportsman?
not in that. They were, yeah, when I bought it. You can buy them online. I think
Phone cam. Okay. I'm always down to try something new.
It's worked awesome for me.
And it has an adapter that goes over your scope.
Yeah, it's a
eyepiece.
Yeah, it's kind of a you'll just have to look them up.
Interesting.
But they're easy to use, and it's worked great for me. And the way they screw on, you could attach them to your binos. I've used them on my binos if I don't have my spotting scope with me and stuff like that.
I'm sold. I'm not married to anything really as far as a digiscoping or photo or, phone scoping thing. I want to use what's ever easy and quick.
Yeah.
And that works. And that looks pretty freaking easy and quick. Looks better to me than a phone scope. And you've used both. Which one would you choose?
This one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder why I've never heard of them.
I like that better.
Me too. Yeah, I like that design better because I don't have to have a special case.
So it threads on. So that's the only thing.
You have to screw it on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
So that's the only thing that I will say that's kind of annoying.
So you're twisting your phone in a circle?
It doesn't take that many. You just kind of, usually it's one turn.
Oh, really?
And it's locked in.
Oh, okay.
The way I have it set up on mine.
That would be handy.
But it's nice because I can set it up next to me, and I don't have to worry about my phone slipping out or falling or anything weird happening to it.
That's just turned into a phone cam ad.
Yeah, exactly. Sponsor me. No.
Yeah. So for a color phase bear, how are you going to target a color phase bear?
I'm going to hunt down south a little bit more. Down south, and then I really want to hunt. I want to target some high meadows. And I think that's where the pack in the 4570 will come into play.
Cascade range?
Yeah, Cascade range.
Okay. Yeah. I noticed that.
Do a little bit more, and I think targeting upriver and stuff like that. Do high Cascade type of stuff. I think might deal with a little bit less pressure. And I think there's better possibilities of finding some true giants. So, and I think that's kind of one of the tactics that I'm going to use this year is try to get in the spots where the snow's where we actually have a snow line, which because usually the snow is
well. This year we might if it doesn't calm the fuck down.
This year we might actually have some
friggin' weather. It was snowing. It snowed more than recent years that I can think of. I mean, it's been snowing almost every year now.
Yeah.
Here, but it's kept with it on and off for like 2 weeks now. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I think it seems like down south has just a lot more color phases.
Oh, I bet it goes up at least 50-50, if not better.
Yeah.
I mean, I see more color phases than non-color phases.
Usually, I'll see like one color phase on the coast range.
Right.
Where we hunt.
It's probably 1 out of 20? Yeah, 1 out of 20 for me. Brad?
Yeah, not very many.
One of the only ones I saw you shot.
Yeah. And then, previous years, I see like one a year, chocolate.
And they're never big.
And usually they're 65 pounds.
Yeah, that's because no one's shot them yet.
They're dinks.
Yeah, if somebody sees a color, well, most people, if they see any bear, they can shoot it. But if it's a color phase, they're sure as all going to shoot it.
Yeah.
It's like, man, be nice if we had more color phases here on the coast. But you go over to where you're hunting, I bet if it's not 50-50, it's 3-1 color phase.
I haven't hunted south that much, but what I have, it seems like I've definitely seen more color phases down there.
Oh, 100%. And they're just in different stuff down there.
Yeah, it's
just
weird.
A little bit different. Everything's drier down there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see any green, it's like there's probably going to be a bear somewhere near that. When over here, everything's freaking green. It's like, okay. And then you see guys hunting shit that's like, I probably wouldn't be hunting that for another month or two,
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they like reprod, I don't even really waste my time.
Hardly at all. Not until late May.
Until like the end of season.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Brad?
For clear cuts?
No, like you're. So you and I were different when we started hunting bears. I was a late season guy, and you were an early season guy.
Right, but anymore, I look at two things: grassy cliffs and
that's my number one thing.
The units that look dead, but they aren't.
I'd say 1 to 3 year old units are hot.
I don't even if it has reprod trees in it, I won't even look at it.
Yeah, I really don't even waste my time.
No, just drive by. Unless we're fall bear hunting, then Then
Which that big bear last year that I spotted that we were talking about.
Yeah.
He was in
He was
a reprod, which I was.
But the unit he was next to was
super
a 2-year-old
surprised.
unit.
Yeah.
And he had a big meadow down there, grassy spring meadow, and an elk herd.
Yep.
So I wonder.
think my favorite unit, though, my favorite kind of unit is the units we were talking about, but with a timber buffer in the bottom. That's like
no road in the bottom.
No road.
Creek.
That's money.
Old growth or some sort of big BLM patch around it.
Yeah.
That seems to be money. What's crazy about this year is that since they came back with the fire, because we had all those fires up the river, there's just so much logging up there that this year, next year, and the next year after that are probably going to be freaking amazing up the river.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I mean, I want to go up there, but it's like, dude, I could shoot a bear 30 minutes from my house or travel an hour and a half and go shoot a bear.
That's the hard thing for me.
Yeah.
Going up. I mean, if I wanted to go up there.
Well, you're driving away from bears to go find bears.
Exactly.
But the country's prettier up the river, for sure.
Yeah, I think I want to do some more like long weekends this year. I want to try to get out and
take a Monday off or a Friday off or what?
Like leave a Thursday night after work, or go up like a Friday morning or whatever, and then like stay the weekend and actually like sit on spots that I know have bears, because it always seems like I'm like an evening, like an evening person.
Yeah.
But I know, like, you have those areas where you, like, go every time you go in there in the evening, there's bear sign everywhere.
You
never see them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, they're a morning bear.
Yes.
Or like a mid-afternoon bear. So I want to do, like, a few more, like, making the most of, like, my hunting days and stuff like that by, like, sitting out.
Yeah.
Kind of sitting and drinking coffee on a landing and actually.
Are you going to sleep out in the woods?
Yeah, probably. Depending on weather permitted.
Yeah. Dude, if this weather doesn't start calming down, it might be a late start.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's going to be, I mean, the cliffs will be even more invaluable because I feel like a lot of that other stuff is going to be too covered up. But those cliffs get more sunshine quicker. Like, there's nothing covering them up. So, I don't know. So, 175-pound bear walks out opening day.
I'm shooting it.
Color phase.
I'm shooting it.
Non-color.
Non-color phase, I'd probably shoot it. I did that last year, which I passed on a bear like
you did, and it was
4 days into season, and it was in a really good spot, and I was like, oh man, I want like a little bit bigger. And then after the fact, I realized that he was 200 yards uphill of a road that I could actually drive, and I was like, yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, I know.
And then I spent the rest of the season trying to get close to, another one. So
yeah,
I don't know. And it's always tricky because the first bear of the season you see, you're trying to get your bear judging eyes back to where they were at the end of season,
Yeah.
So you get it. The first one you see, you get excited.
I try not to get excited about the first bear because they always it's a giant. Like your first reaction is always it's a big bear,
and then it's 85 pounds
it's like,
soaking wet.
Shit, okay, I suck. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, but Brad and I saw a lot of really good bears in the cliffs last year right off the bat, and I was like, man, that's probably 200, and that's actually probably better than that, and.
That one I was trying to get you to
Dude,
shoot.
I'm so glad I didn't listen to you.
If you would have shot that thing,
we would still be looking for it.
Well,
or packing
it out.
That was like worst of the worst.
Dude,
that was in such a bad
That is
spot.
one of the shittiest spots I think you could possibly ever shoot something.
I mean, it would have to be
I don't even know if you could actually physically.
You'd have to take it down.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying those cliffs, that band of cliffs.
Get
I don't
up
even
there.
know if you could physically walk on those.
It's so steep.
It's steep, and then below
Mm-hmm.
that is like waterfalls. It'd be bad.
Yeah. Well, after my last year's pack out with James, I was so screwed if you didn't show up. I was trying to do it in one trip. I could have done it in two, but one trip was impossible for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Dude, that owl.
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing
My
ever.
little buddy. Yeah, that guy freaked me the hell out, dude. He wouldn't leave me alone. He's just watching me. About shot him out of principle, dude. He scared the crap out of me. I mean, he was from me to the door over there for 20 minutes, and then he shooshed off, and then right before two more times he showed back up, and he's just, I hear like flap, flap, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then there's the two eyes staring at me, and this time he's farther up the hill, and I'm like, dude, you freaking little demon. I don't know. It's just creepy little owl, though. And it sounds really stupid, but if you were there, you'd totally understand.
Well, that spot
The
too.
creepiness of that.
That spot too is just one of those things where you're far enough back in there. You're in that's a gnarly unit too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rappelling rope would have been.
It would have been handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get like legit climbing up a tree that had fallen down the bluffs. Like that was the way to get down. Like
Yeah.
we used the tree as a ladder basically
Yes,
to
we
get
did.
up the bluff.
I had to toss you my meat, or toss you my meat.
Brad.
I had to toss you my bear meat.
I'm super mature.
12-year-old at heart.
Oh,
just
man.
to get up. There you go. I can finish it off there for you. Right? Just to get up, I had to toss you my meat.
But yeah, it's like that
Oh,
canyon.
man.
You're by yourself, and you're like, yeah, Sasquatch is gonna come out and get me.
I mean, it was a little creepy, but I had a couple new flashlights that I won
Those
through
are
the
bright.
Hunt League. They were
Those are
so
so bright.
bright. It should be illegal. It was so freaking bright. Something so small. I mean, I gotta find it. I think I already lost it. The flashlight.
What, really?
Yeah. No. I think I had it the other day in my hand. I can't remember where it was. But that little flashlight is retardedly bright. It was like $155 or $150 flashlight.
I need to.
Less smaller than my pop can.
Yeah, it's tiny,
But it
it's like
packs a punch.
It's like a pocket.
It will
Wow.
if you stuck it to your hand, it would probably burn your hand. It's
Oh no, you had that downstairs one day.
the Phoenix one.
Thing's badass.
I think it's called the Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't-
it is retarded bright.
Yep.
Like holy crap! I'm gonna carry that with me this year. That was so nice to have.
That's almost one you could put in your That's a good one to put in your bino harness.
Yeah,
Like put it in one of like the side pockets, and then that way, if you end up being on a skid road longer than you want to, you at least have light to come out.
well, the headlamp was nice too, but as soon as you popped out the flashlight, it was like, why do I even have my headlamp?
Yeah, it was like non-existent.
But it's like I can't even tell that I even have my headlamp on. But yeah.
That's one thing I need to do is I need to buy a good headlamp this year. 'Cause
Well, we
it
need to chip in, and we all need to buy like a cap stand winch.
Yeah.
That'd be so nice. Like if you're gonna shoot one in the spot you did last year, you could take 500 feet of rope, a cap stand winch, just have everybody pack everything down, and then just make a couple setups and just get that thing out of their hole.
Stage it.
Yeah.
So I know-
in
I
my
know-
mind, that's how it would work.
Yeah. I
Well,
know
yeah,
several
there's no
people
easy
with
pack
them.
out on a bear. They're all shit.
No, but if you just rigged up to a stump, pulled it up, rigged up again to another stump, why wouldn't that work?
It would.
Remember that time you tried to use meal tape?
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work.
That was a bigger pain in the ass doing that.
It was,
than it was.
yeah. We should have just packed that thing out.
It was like
We would've-
100 yards from the
Pulling
road.
it up the hill with mule tape.
No,
We pulled
were
it
trying
across
to pull
the creek.
Pulling it across the creek was the one nice thing about it, but it was getting them through like the old growth blowdown and
Yeah.
ferns over your head
Yeah.
because he got caught.
We spent more time
Got caught on everything.
We spent more time fucking around with the mule tape and the bear than it would have took just to quarter him out and get him home.
Yeah.
But we said
But we wanted to
we
do
were
that.
committed
That
to
was-
the experience
yeah.
of using mule tape.
I wanted to try it. Didn't work
It
out.
didn't work out.
Pretty
Not
sure that's what
sexy.
Barkley uses.
He's got the what
He's got
is
a
it?
blocks.
The blue rope or blue steel or what?
Oh, yeah, the Amco Blue Steel or whatever they call it.
I don't know. It's the blue rope.
My
or
loggers
whatever.
use it. It's that strong.
Yeah, the blue. I think
Blue
it's called
steel.
Blue steel. Is that
Yeah.
what the name of it? I can't remember.
It's actually a good idea. Back when I was younger, I used to make fun of people with that shit in the back of their rig. I'm like, the fucking pussies.
The cables and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, who does that? Just pack that thing out yourself.
Dude,
now, after getting a few under my belt, I'm like, those guys are smart.
Well, we used to use a chainsaw winch, and it would pull your truck off the road. It was so strong.
I've got a chainsaw winch.
Why don't we use that this year?
We should. I always,
We should.
See, the thing is I always have it, and then I always
Forget it.
Because I don't want it like rolling around. But now that I've
Yeah.
got the topper, it's like I can actually have stuff in there and lock it up, and I don't have to worry
That's
about
my key to success right there.
What?
Leave everything at home.
it. Yeah.
Honestly, I swear to God, you leave all your shit at home, you go kill something almost every single time.
Just make sure you're got cell service to call somebody. Hey, can you bring me knives, game bags,
I need this,
water?
this. Yeah, water. Yeah.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
You know.
How long did it take you to get to me last year?
Oh.
I felt like you made it there pretty quick.
I made it really quick.
It
We were.
was like 11 o'clock when you made it to me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We didn't get out till 12:30 or 12. 200 yards took us an hour, I think.
Yeah.
That's how we were with Nick's Bear. I think I got crawled into bed at 4.
God.
And I had to work the
Jeez.
next day, so I got like 4 hours of sleep. And
That's-
it
Yeah, because you
sucked.
called. I was at work and you called me
It's terrible.
and we're like, "Yeah, I'm just going home." I was like, "Thanks for not calling me."
Yeah, it was
That would
bad.
have been rough.
Dude, that's one thing I don't like about bear hunting is all the late nights. They add up
Yeah.
on you.
They're fun
really
though
fast.
in elk season. I love that. That's like
Elk
my-
season, yeah, I
that's
don't
my
mind it
favorite
because
thing.
it's elk and it's warm
Yeah.
and you can hear bugling going on and just
late night packs in elk season are the shit.
that's
Yeah.
I love that.
awesome. My favorite one, the favorite and worst favorite is Anthony's because
Well,
that
yeah,
was the funnest.
That was fun, and I met.
'Cause Royce
that was
made it
my
fun.
first time meeting you.
First time
second
meeting
time
Royce?
meeting James, and basically my first time meeting everyone except for Anthony.
Yeah, Royce made that fact out fun.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a riot.
He said some weird shit.
Oh yeah,
What? Yeah, he said some weird
just like
shit.
what's up, man? He's like, not much. I got a small dick with a big pee hole.
Yeah, that's what it was.
right on, dude.
Yeah, I've got a small dick with a big pee hole. I was like, what? Who says that?
He's in Texas now, right?
Yes. Enjoying life way more than Oregon.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He loves it over there.
Do you still talk to him?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Not super often, but we still keep in touch. I mean, he's got like night vision hog hunting shit down there.
Oh,
really?
that's cool.
Living his best life.
So is he
Has a
like all?
kid.
Is he all set up now to where you're?
Oh,
when,
yeah.
When you're like, hey,
I mean,
I
he's
wanna
got a
do-
nice
I-
house down there.
I want to do a Texas trip and hunt hogs
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he's got he's pretty well established down there.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, he has a night vision AR that he kills things with, I think.
that's pretty sweet.
But I'm not really into the whole hog thing, though. I'd rather go do something else.
Yeah, I mean, you killed one with your bow.
Yeah, and
which
it
was pretty cool.
It was cool, but I don't know. I'd rather do something else.
I'd like to get. I think that'd be fun. At least get one like under your belt and see.
Yeah.
You know, see
If
how
I
it
went
is.
back down there, I'd do it with a bow again, but I'd go for a 250 pounder. I'd go for broke. We saw one that
Is
was
that-
huge.
That NorCal?
Yeah, we saw one that was well over. I mean, he was every bit of 250, just a giant pig, and I could have smoked him with a gun, but I mean, he was hauling ass at like 100 yards. But that was pretty fun. So, all right, so we're gonna film our hunts this year. Are we committing to that?
Yeah.
I want to.
Are we gonna actually upload them?
I don't know.
I don't care.
I need to get you.
You just
I
want
mean-
to film them,
No, I want to make a little video. I don't give a shit if people like him or
watch
not.
it. Yeah.
I need to get the video. I need to get it to you somehow.
Which
Those-
one?
The video, the kill shot
I
of
sent it
mine
to him.
last. Oh, you sent it to
Oh
him?
yeah, I've
Okay,
got it.
perfect.
I've got it.
Perfect. Because with no social media, I was like, I don't know how to send this to you where the quality would be. Like,
Yeah, I've got one of Shelby wounding a bear. I've got one of me missing a bear by like 3 feet. That's the one where my scope was loose. Dude, I had a bad year last year.
Yeah.
I shot at 3 bears, wounded one, and killed the smallest of the 3.
And it was still a nice bear.
It was still, close to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
He had a
there.
noggin on him,
He did.
but it was meaty.
Yeah, well, it's still within an eighth of an inch of the one that you and I killed,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And they're both 4 years old, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, that was the interesting thing. The age, the ages of all like your bear, my bear, and Nick's bear. They were all like kind of in that same. They were all in this like almost the same age.
Yeah.
But the size varied quite a bit between them.
I think it's all genetics.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
It doesn't take time.
Mine had huge paws. Like the paws on mine were like monstrous compared to, but he just had like a tiny noggin.
Really?
And then yours had like a
big head.
Big head.
But he was short.
Yeah.
Fat, kind of like Penny's bear. Just a short, fat little butterball with a big head.
Nick's bear was odd because it was all, like, if I remember right, aren't the back pads normally bigger than the front?
Well, they're longer.
They're long.
I wanted to say his front pads were bigger.
Really?
Yeah, and he's just boxy up front. He had big shoulders and a pretty good sized head.
Did he ever measure the skull?
I've seen it. It's nothing. I think yours is bigger.
Really?
Yeah, but it's still a nice skull. It's just not.
Yeah.
What's yours, 17 or 18?
It was 18 and like.
It was probably 17.
5/8 or something like that.
I'm guessing 17-ish.
Mm.
But I don't know. It's a nice bear.
One thing I've realized is going out with a goal to shoot a certain size skull's pretty retarded because
you can't be
you
done.
can shoot a 400-pound bear with a 19-inch skull, and then you can shoot a 300-pound bear with a 21-inch skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. How big was Bubba's skull?
It was like the same size as my big bear.
Really?
My first bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 19 and a half.
That's insane. It should have had a 21-inch skull.
That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
like at least a 20-inch.
Exactly.
It might have been a little bit bigger than that, but it definitely wasn't as big as I thought it was going.
A lot of meat on the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
But
meatheads.
like the size of the bear alone was huge.
It's weird how they score bears.
It is weird. You think that they'd measure more than just the skull? Because that to me does not mean a big bear.
Guess I don't
Obviously, I mean, a big skull, like 21 skull, probably means it's a pretty giant bear.
Right.
But you can have big bears that don't have big skulls. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
I know the year that I killed mine, because I took the skull to the sportsman show, because it was my first bear, and I'm like, I have no idea. Everybody told me to take it because they were like, that's a big bear. You're not going to kill another one like that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to put effort. Still have not killed one as big as my first one.
That's
How big
big.
was your first one?
It's 19, right?
19 and 7/16. And
It's weird what
the
it
rug.
inches. Like his 19 and your 18, dude. His 19 looks like it dwarfs your.
Really?
18. Yeah, it's weird how much.
I need to bring it over so you can
should.
see it. Because his jaw was all messed up. He's like chewing into his teeth and stuff like that.
Cheryl
but-
has one that's over 20 inches in her shop there. That big,
Yeah.
giant skull.
The
Yeah.
record's 22.
It's up there.
Yeah.
She I think the one she has in her shop was like 21.
That's crazy.
It's huge.
According to the Oregon Big Game Record book, the biggest one he has in there, which I don't know if it is the Oregon Big Game Record and the Boone and Crockett two different things.
Yeah, one's
So this
just Oregon.
Right. So this one's just Oregon. That bear was killed out of Tyee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Story.
I think
Yeah.
we all know about that. But
Yeah, that's the biggest.
mean,
the biggest one.
It was
that I-
killed somewhere else.
Tyee, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. but my rug is hit because I had him turned into a rug because he was actually like a pretty nice spring bear, my first one. But he's 6 foot. He's 6 foot by 6 foot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So,
a
I mean,
hog.
Yeah. It was big, but when I took it in there and got it scored, everybody that had like their stuff around, like the guy next to me, he's like, "Oh, dude, that thing's a monster." And he showed me the picture of his, like it was the one I killed, the skull was bigger, but the bear that he killed looked twice the size of the one that, like, it looked huge. But
Really?
he was like, "Man, I killed like this," and yours, like, looking at the skulls, like, mine's obviously bigger. So it's like, it's crazy. Like you said, if you go out and you see a bear with a giant noggin, you shoot it, yeah, there's no guarantees.
There's no
guarantees
guarantee because
at
a lot
all.
of that could be meat,
Yeah.
and you lose a bunch of measurements. But to me, it just seems, I don't know. I mean, just if you see a bear that gets you excited, shoot it.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, I just want to shoot the biggest bear I've ever shot, and I had 2 opportunities last year where I missed or wounded it, and then shot a bear that was good. But I just want to shoot my biggest bear. That's
Yeah.
really all I care about, and I want to kill it. not just shoot it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't mind, honestly, I wouldn't mind filming and putting something together, but adding more like cinematography kind of stuff, like the cool,
fog rolling in.
Fog rolling in and stuff like that. And there's a camera that we really should invest in. It's the, Jared used it to film JJ's bear hunt. It's the Nikon P1000. And we were filming shit at like 1,200 yards away.
Good God.
And then you could take a picture from me to you with it. A good picture.
Yeah.
The Bro videos, the old ones, they kind of had that where they'd film a little bit of the.
I think theirs was with like a camcorder, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about the
Like in between years.
like the cinematography.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They had that in their old films.
Yeah. Like, what I really like right now, probably my favorite ones to actually watch just because of the style of the show. Like, what I had in my head of if I ever had a TV show and I'm like, I want it to do this and look like this, it would be Gritty. Like, with all the pop-ups and all the fun little facts.
That is pretty sweet.
I like that kind of edit.
I really like Jason Moby. The way he does his stuff, too.
He wants to be more like a Jason Matzinger, but more cinematographic than that.
Yeah. I just like for me, the least amount of bullcrap.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I am. And then people are so like hardcore, like online. People talk shit, so it's just like let's make something.
Basically the least amount of me talking. I'm game. Like if I can't hear myself talk, then
I used to be that way. I don't really care anymore.
Then I'm okay with it.
It only took like a year and a half of us hanging out.
I mean, I still stutter and fucking pause and sound like a dipshit, but I'm getting used to it.
This is the second or third podcast I've been on. It definitely is.
I still talk slow and
definitely
sound fucking retarded, but
more relaxed than I was.
It gets easier.
First. Yeah.
Once you realize, like, okay, this is just how I sound. I don't care. People are gonna hate me or love me for whatever reason. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Mike Myrie actually is the one that pointed it out. Like to me, I told him we were going up to podcast with like ASP and Bro, and I'm like, don't fucking shit in my pants. He's like, why? They're people. I'm like, it's very true.
Yeah.
They're no better than us. I mean, they're guys.
They I knew they were cool, but I didn't realize like how laid back and go with the flow they were until I got to hang out with them.
Shannon and Corey?
Yeah. Like they were overly nice. Like,
no, they are cool dudes.
They gave us their whole morning, like whatever you guys want, whatever you need, like we can go do this or whatever. Like, so go with the flow.
I thought Corey was gonna talk shit.
I thought it'd be funny.
Me and Corey talk shit a little bit, or not like talk shit, but we
poke fun at each other.
Yeah, poke fun at each other, and I think he realized how big I actually am. He's like, okay.
He's gonna listen to this. He's gonna text you. He's like, I'm not afraid of how big you are. So like,
he's actually taller than I thought he was too.
Dude, I didn't realize I was the shortest guy there by like a foot.
I think Corey and I are like the same height for sure.
I felt like a midget among men.
You and I are like the same height, aren't we?
I'm 5'9".
Okay, I might be like a little bit.
You're probably a little taller than me, but
depends on if I'm wearing my cowboy boots.
Dude, everybody there was like 6'2" and above. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I look like a midget. How tall are you?
Well, 6'3", 6'4".
And he was one of the shortest guys there.
I want to say I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
But
okay, Cody Kellum, tall as shit. You, Corey, Shannon's not super short.
I feel like
me and Trent were the only ones that
Cody 6'5"?
Cody's probably 6'5".
Yeah.
I feel like he's just barely taller than me.
Yeah.
I think I am 6'4". I mean, that's what's on my driver's license.
Yeah. So anybody ever comes up and like, oh, you're smaller? Yeah, I'm 5'9" and I weigh 185. So I don't want to hear it. I know I'm a little guy.
Dude, you know who's deceiving?
Who?
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this, but Trent Fisher.
Trent? I've heard that. Kim said the same thing.
I feel like Trent is a big guy in
Huge.
the videos. I'm like, that guy's, big, stocky. And then I see him and he's like, just a little guy. Like,
I mean, he's stocky. He's husky.
But
yeah.
He's stocky.
He just,
I'm saying
he looks
bigger.
Well, I was thinking he's like 6 foot. He's not 6 foot. He's like,
he's like 5'10", maybe.
5'10",
if that.
I think you just see like how big Cody is, and then you see all of them together, and you just assume that he's like
that size.
That size also.
Yeah.
And then Steve, when we met Steve's actually
like me. He's a little guy.
Well, he's taller than I thought.
He's smaller than me.
I thought he was a midget, but he's actually a little taller.
Steve is probably, it's like James, but 3 inches shorter, 2 inches shorter. Just not much build, just slender,
Yeah.
wiry,
He's a cool dude,
shorter.
too. I like that guy.
Steve is like the most relatable dude you'll ever meet. Like he's so cool. Yeah. We're going to do a podcast with him on bears too, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve's a good dude.
Let's go
Actually,
work
the
out the
bro
time.
guys are all pretty cool. I like those guys. Like,
And each one's really different and unique.
yeah, well, Trent, man, like we got done doing that podcast the other day, and he's like, "Hey, you want some game bags?" I'm like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, here." I'm like, "That's badass."
Because you're an influencer now.
Oh yeah, totally.
He gave me like prototype ones, and it came in like this. One of their bags wasn't like the bag that it came in wasn't their bag. It was like some random bag. He just shoved them all in. So I'm still using like with the prototype ones.
I will say they work good.
They
Those,
work
like
really well.
The zip up ones,
Yeah.
or whatever, the ones with the zippers. Those are cool as long as you have them the right way, like inside out, not inside out, and stuff like that. Because like working in the dark, we did that. I think packing your bull out.
I don't know how many bulls and deer and bears we've used mine on, but I've got one little hole in one of them, and that's it.
I know at
Just
least
at like a pinprick hole. We've done at least 4 bulls.
At least 4 bulls, and then
I've done 2 or 3.
And the zipper has not failed.
No, the zippers, no,
That's
And
crazy.
I probably
That's
poked a hole in it with a knife, so I
Huh.
can't blame the bag on that.
See, I thought the zipper would fail eventually, but
Well, no, because you're zipping it all the way up, and then where
you-
the
there's
zipper
no-
goes,
yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
pressure.
tan- Yeah,
are you
there's
putting them through the washing machine or no?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah,
Huh.
on delicate, and then we air dry them.
okay.
Copy.
I didn't know if you soaked them in like baking soda or something like that.
You know,
get
to
the
be
blood out.
completely transparent, you're going to have to ask Kim because she
Okay.
does all that. She washes all my camo, all my game stuff. Only thing she doesn't wash is my game bag. I do that
Yeah.
because I put it out there, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like I was wearing this, dude. That's gross.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, I'm excited to film this year, but I don't know. Maybe we could just ask if people are listening to this, what kind of video would you want to see? Like, I don't personally really care for the vlog videos.
No.
I
hate
I'm
'em.
not a fan
I
of
don't.
vlogging.
I just want us like, okay, show me.
Get to the point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the day by day series where they're not killing anything. I'm like, I just fucking wasted 30 minutes of my day.
Exactly.
Like when I'm watching that shit, I'm just like, why did I even watch that?
Yeah.
I
I want to see a video where you show me bears and then you kill one.
I don't want to see you eat
all
your
in the same 10 minutes.
freaking mountain house and I don't know. I'm being a dick. I just want to see a kill.
I'd like to thank Sitka. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'd like to thank these broadheads for this kill.
Get me on my pet peeve. Okay.
Oh, I sometimes give shout outs to broadheads because I mean they help.
you,
but
Nosler,
I'm
for-
not
Okay.
but I'm not like.
Let me ask
I
you a
will
question.
never say.
Let me
I will
ask
never
you.
say this is the best broadhead. in
Thank
the
you.
world.
Thank you.
will
Or
never
will
say
you
that.
ever thank a company because you couldn't have got it done without that
No.
broadhead? Okay.
Look what
thank
I
you.
wear. What do I wear when we hunt?
Carhartts.
Carhartts. Carhartts.
Me too now.
And fucking
I
red
wore
t-shirts.
$30 Carhartts, and I am
I killed my bull in a red
more
shirt
happy.
this year.
in a what?
In a red shirt.
Yep.
Now maybe over
For the
East,
first
that's
time ever,
impossible.
though, he was wearing camo pants.
Yeah, I did wear camo pants.
Yeah.
But I do wear
Shit.
camo.
For the first time ever.
Were they
so,
mossy oak?
No, I like the Predator camo.
Walmart tree
And that's
marks.
what I've wore the Predator for years, but
Oh
what I've came to find out, over the years, I think I've killed more bulls at this point in just what I'm, your daily clothes,
Work clothes.
than camo. Our shit over here is so dark. Like I mean,
yes.
black and gray.
That works really well.
You know how much black and gray shit's in the woods? Tree bark is gray. Mm-hmm. Fucking
The shadows, the
Shadows
amount
are
of
black,
shadows
I
that
mean-
you see.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I
And
haven't
don't get me wrong.
noticed-
Like when I call on a bull, I will use my bow. I'll hold the bow in front of my face
To
If
help
I'm-
break up
it-
your
to
lines.
help,
or-
to help break up my face. I don't know if the bull even gives a shit.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, fuck, man, maybe he's gonna see my white face. So I'll hold my bow there, but I'll draw back too when he's not looking. So, or I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, I don't think that's doing much for you.
Probably not. But
It's the beanie.
Anytime, yeah.
it's the bean.
Yeah, I got to camo up my face because anytime a bull comes in, I've got a huge smile. He sees my white teeth
That's
from
hilarious.
a mile away.
You get charcoal teeth.
Yeah.
That shit will make you break out, man.
Charcoal?
No.
The face paint?
Oh,
yeah.
I've only
yeah.
ever done it twice, and it was
So
because
when I
somebody
would
asked
paint
me
up,
to.
when I painted up back in the day, I wouldn't use the paint. I'd take a cork, you burn the cork, and then you just rub it on your face that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Use like
Where did you
learn that?
Cody Enda. Cody taught me that,
Really?
which I think he said Kyle Long taught him that.
That guy's a killer.
But,
Kyle Long is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It rings a bell. I don't think I know him, though.
He's like Mike Myers' age.
I met him the first year I bow hunted on the farm. I just like ran into him because we were hunting the same elk. And he's like, "Yeah, you want to hunt with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this dude's cool."
Really?
And then I almost killed that bull that we were after that year.
The 6? The big one?
The
one you sent an arrow on his back?
No, it was same unit,
Uh-huh.
but he was a 5-point then.
Oh, okay.
It was up on the top where they logged now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Up on the skid row. Yeah,
Yeah.
we hunted. We just happened to catch him in there. Yeah, and I had him at 50 yards that year or whatever. He just wouldn't stop. But yeah, just kind of funny. I just ran into him when we were up there hunting like the same elk, and I was like, "This guy's cool." And he just hung out with us and hunted the whole weekend.
I don't know if I could do that, dude. Just hunt with some random dude I just ran into.
Well, it was like,
I know I couldn't. I'd be like, no, I'm good.
well, for me, it was my first year in the area. I didn't really know much, and then it was before I hunted with you and Brad. So I had
It's probably just you and Tanner back then.
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. It was just Tanner and I.
Yeah, and I told you guys my loop, that big loop I like to make.
Yeah. And we had started to go on the loop and then spotted a couple bulls off it. And then that's where we like started our hunt or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was before I knew, I mean, both of you guys.
That's probably like 6 or 7 years ago then, at least.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Been a while.
It's been a minute. But I learned a lot from you guys. So now, if I ran into somebody and they're like,
No.
"You want to hunt?" I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Sure, take me to your spot.
Before it was like any piece of information I could get, then I was grabbing at
Isn't
it,
that funny?
You know.
Like, just like the more you figure out what you're doing, the more like you're like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't want you anywhere near me.
I'll still be kosher and talk to people and
yeah.
stuff like that. A good sportsman. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick to somebody else out there doing the same thing I am.
But it's funny because I have had people be like, "Oh man, we should hunt together."
We've had a lot of guys.
Yeah.
lot.
Hit us up trying to.
You know who I
weasel
wouldn't mind
their way
hunting with
in
this?
our group.
Justin.
I like Justin. He's
Yeah,
cool,
Justin.
but there's only one guy I've met other than Justin. Justin would be fun to hunt with, but there's only one other guy outside of our group that I think would hunt with us well. Mark Randall.
I was thinking that same
Yeah.
name.
Dude, that
I
guy's
That guy
like
looks like
Mark.
he could pack some meat, dude. That guy's burl.
yeah, he's
looks like a
burly as shit.
wrestler.
I think he is.
Yeah.
He is a wrestler.
You can tell when wrestler when you see them, they don't have a neck. It's just all
A
muscle.
refrigerator with a head.
That's exactly. It's just a muscle, dude.
No,
That
he's a
guy's
good dude.
stout.
Yeah.
I talked to him quite a bit on IG. He's a
He
cool
looks
dude.
like he could bench me.
Yeah.
Like no
Oh, 100%.
problem.
Yeah. Remind me not to piss that guy off.
Yeah.
He wants to bear hunt with us, I think.
Does he?
Did-
He helped me
did-
out when
did-
I had JJ.
Did they draw a spring? Do you know?
I think Mark did.
I should reach
I
out
want
to
to say
him.
he did.
He'd be fun to hunt with. We already hunt the same shit. You know, it's
Yeah.
like we're showing any secrets.
Yeah.
Right. Literally, we drive. I mean, we pass each other
I
almost
was gonna
every
say
time.
this spring I ran into him a lot.
Yeah.
Or
I ran into him in
There's a
August.
certain group of us, like us three.
Yeah.
You got Barklow, Gregory, Mark, Chad Lynch. I mean, we've literally all drive circles.
I haven't
around each
hardly
other.
ran into Chad in a long time.
Yeah,
I ran into him in
think
elk
he's
season.
got some different ground he's hunting, which
Right.
is pretty
Which I
cool.
don't blame him.
No, I would
I'd be
too.
doing the same
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. If I had private access to elk,
Better ground.
elk heaven,
better ground.
He's
Oh,
got her
dude.
made.
I would never leave if I was him. I would always stay there. Why wouldn't you?
I'm almost to that point. There for a long time, I'm like, it's only cool if it's on public ground.
Oh, dude, no, I'm off. I'm after quality of the hunt now. I don't want to hunt around other people. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, we know we can get it done on public. Why keep proving it to yourself?
Well, it's getting harder and harder too.
Yeah. Although last year was a good year. Though.
No, we had a great bow season. I mean, we got on a lot of bulls.
Mm-hmm. Nothing big,
but number wise, I mean, we were in elk almost every day.
Yeah.
But,
James is going to have to be
but the pressure
with me this year.
Getting stupid. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just because all the clear cuts
Dude,
going in.
People from Texas were parked and camped where we were hunting this year. Where the fuck did they come from? Texas, obviously, I know. But how did they pick that spot, you know?
I ran into that guy. I don't know if I told you that. He was back in the back where that big bull was.
Oh, in the back.
And there's that first...
I hope he doesn't listen to the podcast.
He's from Texas. There's that first road. And I'm like, I park and I go up and I look over and I'm watching cows. I'm like, dude, that bull's got to be in here by now. This before I killed my bull. But it was like 2 or 3 days before we got shut out. And all of a sudden I hear, hey. I'm like looking around and the dude's below me. I'm like,
oh.
And then he came up and talked to me. He's like, I'm from Texas. I'm parked, up at the rock pit and camped up there. I'm like, sweet. Like,
did he walk all the way down in there?
No, he'd parked low.
Oh, I gotcha.
Where I parked, I couldn't see him. But
so he beat you there?
He did beat me there. And I was talking to him. I'm like, what made you hunt here? Well,
was it the bro guys?
No, he has a buddy
from
Oregon, and that's where he sent them. I'm
like, really?
Huh, weird.
Well, I'm going to find out who's buddy. I'm going to punch him in the nuts.
Stop giving away good spots.
But that bull wasn't in there this year.
Oh, no, he wasn't.
He was somewhere else.
I wonder how those guys from Texas did. I don't think they killed anything.
They didn't.
I know they were probably on elk, though.
He was telling me about the bull, the one that we were looking for.
Mm-hmm. The big one?
Yeah, because Cameron McDowell has a video of it in a different spot.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, the bull's 320. I'm like, that bull's not 320. The bull's probably 300.
It's like high 200s.
Dude, Trent didn't think Big Ben, the Big Ben bull, was as big as we thought it was.
He is.
I don't.
He's wrong. I promise you that. That bull's
Trent, you don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, the bull's 270 at least.
That's what I said.
Look at the bull I killed.
I think Trent said he wouldn't even go 260.
Exactly.
I said, you're smoking crack.
He is smoking crack.
What about the big bull? Like the big bull we were chasing.
The bull you guys were after?
Yeah.
That was 280 at least.
Yeah, I said 275.
That's exactly where Brad and I landed.
275 with the way he looked.
Well, you're talking about the one on the
end.
Yeah. The one last year.
The one this year. Look, okay, compare
Big Ben?
that. Yes, compare that. Yes, he's a little more narrow.
He looks way bigger.
He's got mass.
He's got
tine length.
Bigger fronts, seconds probably not because my bull had stupid seconds.
Yeah.
Bigger thirds, bigger swords. And he's a 6x6. Mine was a 5x6.
Yeah. That bull had to be at least 280.
And he had good. Yeah, it was 280 for sure. Like there's no. I have a 280 on the wall.
Trent was thinking.
That
I
bull,
think 250, 260 is what Trent was saying. I was like, dude, there's no way.
No.
There's
that
no
bull that we were watching was every bit as big as my 280 bull on the wall for sure.
Mm.
I mean,
I don't have one. 280.
You got that. That's a good bull. Dude. Okay, compare that bull to that one. What's that?
Yeah.
That one's 255.
Yeah.
I think
So that bull had probably same fronts and seconds, a little bigger thirds, but dude, I think
bigger swords, and he had better fifth and sixes.
Yes, and he was longer. I think.
And you add 20 inches onto that probably. So that Big Ben was probably 275 to 280. Conservatively, I thought he was 275. And then me and you said the same exact thing James did about his big bull. But we both thought 270 to 280.
Yeah.
He's 255?
Yeah, that's 255.
So
I measured him, so he very well could be 10 inches plus or minus.
He could be. Well, he might be bigger.
He could be.
You were close on mine, though.
Was I?
Yeah, you got mine 260 and a half. And
I said 261? Or what did I say?
I don't know, but it was really close. I think it was 260 or 261, but he ended up grossing 264.
Oh, fuck, I was close
so
then.
A couple inches.
I mean, I'm pretty happy
You're
with
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
As long as you're on the low end.
I mean, to me, that bull right there looks right here. I would say 265 to 260 from this angle, but I know he's 250 something.
Yeah.
The only thing
but if you could kill a bull like that every
net.
year.
Well,
I'm
look at his
net.
back. the back ends where he loses.
Dude, he's got like 30.
He would be a 260 bull.
38, 30. No. He's 36-inch beams. Pretty short.
He would be a 260, 270 bull if he had,
Six
backs like that.
If he had fifths, if he had backs.
7 inches.
If he had one more year.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if he had that thing's a giant in the making.
Oh, dude, I fucked everybody by shooting him.
No.
You can't pass him
You
up.
can't pass that.
You can't pass him up, but that genetic-wise,
That's the genetic you want.
that thing,
Yeah, it's like the
you give
bull-
that bull
it's like
4
my-
years, 5 years, that thing's 3 is huge.
He'd disappear and be one that you'd be talking about to your grandkids.
Exactly.
It's like my bull. Same genetics.
I thought for sure I was going to smoke your bull this year. I thought for sure. I was like, dude, that bull's going to show up. He's going to do the same thing.
Oh, I thought he was too.
And then a 5 Point took his place, and we
so
should have killed that 5
so
Point.
weird that he
Still sour about that.
didn't
I'm
come
changing my
back.
this year, dude. We got so
We
tied
turned this-
up.
We turned this into an elk
I know we did.
podcast.
But no, this year I got so tied up in clear cuts, dude, and I kind of went away from what I normally do, and I'm not doing that again this year. I mean, those
You
bulls,
see-
you
you
see
see a
big
lot
bulls
of elk.
sometimes. Yeah, you do.
You
You
but
see a lot of elk.
those bulls are hard to kill in that shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, the best tactic for a bull in a unit,
Waiting.
well, yes, but if you're gonna kill them in a unit, if there's a little bit of cover, is what we did on your bull last year. Hold the attention on you.
If he's talking, though.
Yeah.
if he's talking,
Well, or
yeah.
just if he's
and
looking
had-
for the
and
collar.
hasn't been.
Right.
You snuck in and shot that bull
Right.
while he was looking at me. I mean, that's
That's a great way to do it.
It is.
I think also, though, if you know their escape route, if you know where they're going to go, you just wait on the timberline.
Well, that's-
wind willing.
But you could
That's
get away
how-
with a lot of noise too because
Right.
there's cows in there.
right.
So I mean, he
And
can
usually
hear
there's a lot
cows.
of roads
right.
up above or below. There's a lot of ways to attack a bull in a unit. The one that I can't believe worked out this year was the bull that the Born and Raised guys killed. They called him 300 yards out in the open.
uphill.
Uphill.
That doesn't happen.
That's wild.
I thought I shot the stupidest bull in the woods last year.
My first bull I ever killed, the one I lost, that has never happened since. That bull came from dude, I don't even know, 800 yards away. Swear to God. I thought that's what elk hunting was. I bugled and
This
he
is easy.
responds and I drop in and he runs. I can hear him. And he ran like a freaking mile to me. And he had a cow and calf ahead of him the whole time.
Dude, who was it that killed a bull that it was out towards the coast and he called from the pavement and the bull ran up to his truck and he shot it?
Willie Burkhart?
It was Willie,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. 'Cause
And then my other buddy Willie did
It
the same
happens.
shit down towards Myrtle Creek.
it happens every now and then.
Called it right
You
to the
just
truck.
got to find a bull that's nutted up. That bull,
Neither of them were big.
So fired up.
Right.
The one I killed. I mean, I've never seen a bull that
How big
hot.
was he, though?
220,
Yeah,
215, 220, right in there.
that seems to be about my specialty.
Your average bull
It's probably 250.
of that age class is 220.
You think? Yeah. So that's, to me, that pack mount bull is probably a little bit bigger than average.
He is.
He's about 220. He's 230,
He looks 230s.
235, 230.
He's got the length. He's a little longer.
That's a
than-
little bit bigger than average to me. So 215 to 225 would be about an average bull, I think.
Well, your normal.
Yeah, like the James's bull that he killed.
Yeah.
That's a pretty average bull. Like the
Yeah.
last two bulls I killed.
Yeah.
Actually, mine are probably a little bit smaller
You're maybe a little bit smaller.
because they're probably close to 200, 225.
Yeah.
And I don't really care about numbers. That's just how you tell people how big they are. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not bragging about 205-inch
No.
bull.
No,
No, not at all.
it's like as far as like your average bull that gets killed, like that's
It's a rag.
yeah.
I think Brad killed a world record for smallest 4-point.
I almost cried, dude.
Legit. When he called me, he's like, "Bull down." I was like, "Sweet,
Dude, okay.
I'll be there. I'll
I'll tell a story. Hopefully, no one judges me. But
Dude,
so I
an
see
elk
this
with
bull.
your bow is an elk with your bow.
No, I know,
that's
so I see this bull. I got my rangefinder, and I put the stock on it. And
So I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing
no.
at the
So
situation.
I ranged him at 55. I'm like, that's a dead bull. I'm not passing on it. I already made up my mind.
Fire season.
I
you know.
looked in my rangefinder, and I could see 3 points at least. Okay, shoot him.
How brushy was it?
I mean, it's old growth
Like
timber.
you didn't have
It's
an
not that brushy.
obscured view.
No.
I actually, when I was at full draw on that bull, right before I shot, my cam was actually hitting some brush, and then I had to clear my cam off of it and
It's
then
your typical like
But
ferns up to your.
But
Yeah,
that was the
Jurassic Park.
perfect arrow, dude. It flew so true. Hard shot, freaking money shot. I mean, it was a little low, but just watching that arrow fly that perfect,
I wish I was there to get it on
dude, it's
video.
epic. But anyways,
It would have been.
after the bull,
Perfect.
after the bull's dead, right?
Yeah.
That bull died like right there. I mean, I hit him with that second arrow and he rolled and he died. I'm walking up on this thing. And I start to sweat bullets. I'm like, is this thing legal? I'm like looking at I already knew it had 3 points, but I can't see 3 points walking up on it. I'm like, I swear to God, this thing had at least 3 points. I'm like, shit my pants. I'm like, and then I get up there and it's a 4x4. I'm like, dude, holy shit. I was starting to get scared.
Yeah.
That's how small that bull was.
Yeah, he called me and he's like, bull down. I was like, sweet. I was like, I'll grab Bubba. I was like, we'll be up there in 35, 45 minutes or whatever. And he's like, it's small. And I'm like, that's okay. And he's like, no, like my spike that I shot, I think is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it's still a bull with your bow. And he
He's
was like,
probably 100.
he's like, your blacktail buck you killed with me last year is like the same size. It's like,
What?
you're joking. You're joking.
I bet it's a 120-inch bull.
And then I got there and
ish.
I was
and
saying
it definitely is the smallest 4-point I've ever seen.
I don't think you're ever going to kill a smaller 4-point than
No,
that.
I
bull.
challenge.
You would have to work very
You would
hard
have
for it.
to.
challenge.
It would be harder to kill a bull 4-point that small than it would be to kill a 280. You're going to kill a 280 before you kill.
I mean, you can ask James, how happy was I about that kill?
I mean, you're excited to have your tag punch.
Maybe you weren't there for that part. On my way home,
James is like, you weren't that excited.
I almost cried, dude.
Did
Yeah.
you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's like, dude, what's wrong with you? She's like, you're being super ungrateful. I'm like, I know, but my season's over with now. I have 2 weeks off. Vacation had not even started.
It was the
Right.
weekend before his vacation.
And I'm
started.
going home with a punch tag on something I didn't want to kill. And, dude,
And it was a week before
was-
it got hot.
I
Elk
was
hunting
so
got
down
hot.
in the dumps for like 3
Yeah.
days. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? And, I don't, that sounds arrogant and kind of cocky, but dude, I know what I'm capable of. And I had 2 weeks off and I just,
And
It's
we
not gonna happen
And we
again.
had some bulls in mind. I think that was
Yeah,
the biggest
that's the
thing.
biggest thing.
The biggest thing was we had some
target bulls
We had some
that-
target bulls. We had some bulls in mind that we were just waiting for that moment where it started to get hot. Like
Yeah.
it started to get going in season. And that
well, my
that
whole
was-
thing, I call it my excuse, was I was shut out of where I wanted to hunt. And
Yeah,
then, like
yeah.
2 days later, we get back in there. So, yeah, it really hurt my feelings.
I mean, if you didn't kill that bull, how do you think your season would have ended?
I don't know, because I didn't hunt super hard after that. I'd go out. Penny would go to work, and I'd go see if I could find a bull, and I almost did almost every single day.
Right.
So I would have to come back and get her.
And I was calling you guys, blowing up your phone because I'm like, I got a bull here. I got a bull here.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, like when I go back home, I could have been hunting that bull. So I don't know. We would come back in and pursue it, and it never worked out.
Because
for
I
her.
would talk to you, and it'd be like 9:30, probably 10 o'clock, and you were like, "Yeah, I found a bull this morning."
In my experience,
and now I have to wait 4 hours till
Right.
the wife gets off work or whatever. And by that point, that bull can
Do all sorts of things.
do anything he wants.
exactly. When you locate a bull, the worst thing you can do is leave it. You want to hunt it right there. You want to charge and kill that thing. So I think that's kind of the worst thing I was doing, is locating these elk and then going to get Penny, coming back hunting them, and it just never worked out.
I think you would have killed that 5-point off the end.
That was kind of my target bull there for a while.
Yeah.
Because I was only doing it during the weekends when Shelby was off.
I mean, the wife and I got in on him a couple times, but dude, that bull, it took him a while to get hot.
It did. It was last week.
It was the last couple days of season.
Well, because when the
It
first
was.
time you and I located them, we had the satellite that you ended up calling in later,
which was a good bull, by the way.
He was below us. We could hear him popping his way, kind of making his way up towards us. And then the main herd with the 5 point, they were across the ridge, and he was not playing games. As soon as after about 15 minutes of us calling, he finally was like, "All right, I'm not playing with you guys."
I almost feel like next year if we find, and this is totally an elk podcast now. Fuck it.
But that's okay. I mean, how long can you talk about bears?
I mean, we're gonna film our hunts. We're gonna try and shoot big bears. James is gonna try and shoot a cut face. There you go.
Yeah.
There's the bear
Sign it
podcast.
up.
Close it
But
out.
I feel like next time we find a bull that just doesn't want to play, we just set up around his herd and try and get a satellite to come in.
Yeah.
Honestly, because that's what happened to me and Shelby.
Well, here's another strategy, and this is what killed Penny's bull. And my dad and little brothers, they did this exact same thing. They called for an hour before anything came in, like 3 times this year. I think.
You think we could have done that with him
Dude, I don't know. I'm starting to think elk are getting a little smarter, especially in these pressured areas.
Right.
And you call off and on for an hour. They're probably so used to someone pulling up, ripping a freaking bugle or two. Yeah. Maybe 3, hanging out, breaking a tree, and then leaving.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Because it took them.
You and I were talking about that with that bull that we got.
Yeah, with Shelby.
Yeah, that we got. We finally got him to crack off and talk to us. We knew he was in the area. The rub's a sign.
I'd seen him the night before.
You'd seen him the night before. Mm-hmm. And 45 minutes of us.
Finally pipes off.
Yeah, you and I were doing
a sequence,
and it sounded good. I mean,
he was raking and bugling,
raking and cow calling mainly.
Oh, and I was bugling and cow calling.
You were bugling and cow calling.
Yeah,
and then
we sounded like a
you had
legit herd.
The calf and the cow.
Yeah,
and I mean, from probably 50 yards back. I mean, it sounded like a whole herd. Just
and we were moving.
Around,
I mean, we were calling in an area about the size of a 30-yard rectangle, 40-yard rectangle. So we were moving around a lot.
We moved around. I'd walk over the bank and destroy a manzanita bush or 2 or whatever.
So good.
And then finally we got that. So we were kind of talking about that, most call sequence. Like you hike into a reprod patch, you call for 15 minutes, and then you keep going. Maybe that if they're in there, sticking around, hanging out for that.
If they're there.
They're there.
Definitely
stick around and just do that.
Yeah. That and getting down in there with them. A lot of the times a bull won't come in unless you're on his level.
The problem, so I agree with that.
It's hard for you.
100%.
They don't come uphill hardly ever.
But the bull, the 5 that we were on when I didn't have a tag and I was calling for you, we were within 15 yards of his herd.
Yeah.
Still didn't want to play.
Right.
But he was probably slightly downhill. But you can't get any more closer without getting busted.
Those cows busted us
a little bit.
I don't know what exactly went on because, dude, the wind was swirling and they never did run off.
I think one of the insignificant cows winded us.
Yeah.
It wasn't the lead or the bull. I think we spooked one of the insignificant doesn't matter cows.
Right.
But again, we were in there, James. We were within easily for sure 20 yards for sure.
Oh, that we walked right into the cows.
And they didn't know we were hunters. They thought we were elk, and I was bugling, cow calling, calf calling. And that bull was.
You'd think he'd charge right in.
You'd think he'd charge right in. Like we were ready. I had I brought the camera down and everything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Little bit of a late rut, I think.
Yeah. He just didn't.
He had his cows. I mean, but there was another small bull in the herd. Which I don't think he would have been in there. He wasn't
spike,
late in the season.
Yeah.
No, remember there was a 3.2.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a little rag 3.
I think I remember that.
And
that wasn't the satellite bull though.
He was not in there later on. When you and Shelby got in there, that bull was ringing off.
That satellite bull wasn't too much smaller than that bull, the Pack Mount bull.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He was a good bull.
I wonder where that bull came from.
I thought he was a satellite bull.
Huh.
He came in backwards. He almost walked. He almost had to walk by my truck to get to us.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He saw my truck. I know he did because he had crossed the road the truck was on to get to me. Walked down the trail we walked in on.
Oh, is he a 5x6?
I know he was for sure a 5 point, light colored antlers, spindly.
could have been that 5x6 I have on trail cam.
Good frame.
Yeah.
Down low on that road. He only came by once. I've never seen.
Oh
that
yeah,
bull
he
before.
wasn't a bad bull.
If I had to
Bull.
guess, 220, 5-point.
That could have been him.
Yeah.
With light colored antlers, not
Your
super
dog,
heavy.
just blue chow. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, she's hacking up more.
Round 2.
Outside. Go outside.
Round 2.
no.
Yeah. Go do something. All right. Well, I still got to go hit the gym. Brad, you got to go work out too.
Yeah, I want to lift before too late.
Yeah.
So.
James, you got to lift some more beer into your mouth.
I gotta go to bed. I was up at 3:30 this morning.
What time you get up tomorrow?
At the same time.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you probably should go to bed.
Trying to catch up, doing some 11 or 12-hour days.
Oh.
So
I've got to go check on some loggers way out Mosby Creek, out Cottage Grove. I'll probably be in the snow.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys probably will be in
Yeah,
a lot of snow.
I'm not looking forward to going
Are
up
they
there.
still carrying on with
They were up
production?
there today working, but
Yeah.
I'm going to call them tomorrow before I go up. I'm like, are you guys still working today?
Yeah.
'Cause
I would feel like
I'm
they
guessing
would
you
be
have close to a
getting-
foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I bet they're getting up there
Yeah.
and like
And they're
inches.
way back in there. They're not like they're like 13 miles deep.
Good golly.
So, yeah. We'll see. I know I can make it to them. It's just a matter of whether they're working or not.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, hope you guys like this bear episode that turned into an elk episode. But let us know. Leave me a comment somewhere, anywhere. Instagram, I don't care. I'll post about this on Instagram. What kind of hunting style video do you want? Because I personally am not interested in making a vlog video. I'd rather do a short, sub 10-minute video, max 10-minute, of just here's some bears, here's our hunt, boom, dead.
Some kill shots, hopefully.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give away where we're hunting, so you can't really make a super long video of beautiful landscapes and everything.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I post a fucking twig, and people are like, I know where you're at. And I was like, fuck you.
Dude, there's so many people like that. James and I, we
Three
saw.
pieces of gravel on the road, and they're there the next day.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we took a video of that 4-point a couple winters ago, and I posted a little like video of it walking through a unit, and some dude hits me up. He's like, I know where that is. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
There's no way.
He's like, that bull looks just like the bull I had seen the other day. I'm like, it's a Rag 4. They all look the same.
It looks exactly the same as every other generic Rag 4 on
He's
the
like,
coast
but
range.
it's in that reprod. I'm like, dude,
There's
reprod
yeah.
everywhere.
Was he right? Did he tell you?
So he's like, I will be in there opening day of the late Tioga season. I'm like, copy that. Dude was nowhere around.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
we
yeah,
actually went in
yeah.
there. I took the wife in there to hunt for her. She had that tag.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't there.
It was not the right spot.
You
Well,
should
I
have messaged
looked
him
at-
back like, where were you, bro?
Well, he was from like Gold Beach or some shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, dude,
Okay.
you're not even in the same freaking town as me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people are jackasses.
That's hilarious. I would have laughed if he showed up and he was there.
That would be
Oh,
funny.
that-
I'd be
yeah.
like, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
You
You're
were
the
good.
best. You can have it. You
you're
can
like,
have
you
it. Have
deserve
at it.
Yeah, you deserve it.
But yeah, a non.
A bunch of times last year, I'm like, I know what slash pile that was. You're like, I know where you're at.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
fuck you.
Now,
Yeah, but I also hunt with
Yeah,
you.
I know.
so it
Like,
makes-
well, you stood in that same exact
Yeah,
spot.
that
Yeah.
and like cut banks, any back,
Cut banks, yes.
anything like that, you want to keep out of the videos.
It's so hard to do that and make a video.
I know.
We should be like Greg Green, just don't care.
He doesn't care, but he still gets it
He
done.
shows everything.
And it's a bear. It's not. It's not.
I
an
enjoy
elk.
watching his videos because I'm like, I know exactly where that's at. And then you're like, you're paying attention because you're like, I know
Yeah.
where that's at. Like, this is exciting.
Called e-scouting.
Yeah, I call it e-scouting.
There you go.
I browse YouTube, find guys' videos, and then I'll be like, hey, that's out. I
Yeah.
know where that's
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Where's that watchtower at? I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
funny.
fact that that's even in some videos blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially elk hunting videos.
I mean, he's more of like, he's into the bears, so he doesn't really care.
Dude. Yeah. Anyways, I won't say names, but they had that what you just said in the back of their elk hunting video.
Really?
Stud 6-point. I'm like, you're a dumbass. How many towers?
Not many.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
One
what
of them
are
got
you
burned up, so now there's one less than there
What
used
are
to
you
be.
doing, dude? Like that shit just pisses me off. That's why YouTube. I'm kind of. It's like a love-hate thing. Like
Yeah.
social media.
Well, even Kyle's like, dude, I know where you shot that bull. I was like, how the fuck did you know where I shot that bull?
Right.
I was like, how is this possible?
Or
I
mine.
knew.
People aren't stupid.
Dude, my bull.
I knew exactly.
My bull from last year in the shithole.
Yeah.
Kyle knew right where it was. He's like, yeah, so-and-so said that's where it was. And I don't know who so-and-so is.
I have no idea.
I'm like, whatever. The bull's dead now. I don't care. But it's like,
who was it we were talking to last year? And it was out, and like, I'd still have brain farts because of my head thing. And I didn't, like, they're like, oh, yeah, you shot your bull here. I was like, I didn't shoot a bull. What are you talking about? Remember that? I was with you. Somebody you know, and they're like, yeah, you shot your bull right down here. I'm like, I didn't shoot a bull. I haven't shot a bull. And they looked at me like I was fucking retarded. And they're like, oh, shit, yeah, I did shoot a bull. It was in the truck with you.
I don't remember that.
It was one of your buddies. It might have been Kyle. It was Kyle, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you shot it near this unit. I'm like, I didn't shoot my bull near a unit. What are you talking about? Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, it was like 200 yards.
Oh, Kyle.
He knew exactly where.
He's actually talked to me. He's like, I know right where Garrett, almost everything Garrett posts, I
know
right where it is.
I know. I'm like,
but it's because we hunt the same.
I got it.
Yeah, when you hunt the same spot and you look at that from every angle.
Yeah. I mean, someone up north sees that. They're not going to know where
They're not going to know, but
someone that...
I'm only worried about the local guys because that's my competition.
Exactly.
I got to get more cryptic with, I forgot that was even on. I got to get more cryptic with what my hunting posts.
Yeah, so I think the bear hunting video... Lots of non-descriptive scenery. No major landmarks.
Yeah.
Hopefully lots of videos of bears, and then hopefully some kill shots.
Like the bear that we posted, or we didn't post, but your bear video last year, if I watched that, I would know exactly where we shot that bear.
I would now.
Yeah.
It'd be easy.
It'd be really easy.
Yeah.
Anybody that hunts that area.
Yeah.
I showed it, like... Anybody that's seen it that knows that area is like, oh yeah.
Gregory's videos, I know where all that stuff is.
Yeah, I was trying to be sort of like not obvious, and it was still obvious.
Yeah,
it just takes one unit.
Yeah,
one rock face, one
landmark,
bad snag. That's it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? John's
over.
Videos are actually pretty cool too. Have you watched any of his videos?
Gregory's?
Yeah, he does. The way his videos work is kind of what I would think that we should shoot for. But like you said, put in the comments like what people are kind of interested or looking out for. But
I like his videos. I'm not. He's probably gonna listen to this and think I'm an asshole. Like, I like his videos. I don't like his music. Music's a big thing.
Music's a hard thing with YouTube.
It is.
I almost rather have
free
no
music and then music you have to pay for. And I typically only use music.
And then there's annoying music. Like, I've watched some videos where the audio's garbage.
Well, same with dude. Like, their music. I don't even like their music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. I have a certain style of stuff I like. I don't like almost 90% of the videos I watch for their music. I don't like it.
Montage video, like I don't know. Most hunting videos is super super interesting music choices, and it's either really annoying or you're like, I just don't want music.
The bro videos before YouTube. Like the mountain bike style, they almost took mountain biking videos, like riding videos, music, and they like kind of merged it together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, that music, I like that kind of music.
Can't think of what you're talking about. It's like action music, like dan 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 dan.
Go watch.
I'll have to go back and look at it.
Damn it, what's their Uncommon Ground? I think is one of them.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yeah, watch that one.
I could be mistaken.
And just listen to some of those. I like that shit.
I like good music. I just don't like shitty background music. That's too loud.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It all comes down to editing.
Yeah. Honestly, well, and then don't be cheap. I mean, I'll spend $20 on a song just to use the song.
Angry Spike, dude. They have good songs. I don't know. They must have bought the rights to that song, but dude, I like their.
That
shit.
or they're just using it. Don't give a shit.
Right? No, they listen to Angry Spike. Like their shit's good. I like that.
And they have a good. I like straight to the point. Like if you do have talking, it's straight to the point.
If I was going to do
again back to the
YouTube,
no vlog style.
If we're gonna do YouTube elk videos, ASP style I like that.
YouTube elk videos, I like that. They're just starting off in the woods on a bull.
Yeah, I like that.
You
show a rub.
Yeah.
Get a locate beagle. and then he's killing it.
Go get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I don't like I got some fucking mountain ops here. I'm going to sprinkle this in my water. And I don't like that.
I'm going to fart and smell my own shit.
I just don't like
I
don't
can't
know.
stand that stuff, dude.
Got my AccuBow that I practiced with for 3 weeks before this hunt.
I have an AccuBow, but I don't know where it's at.
I'm not your friend anymore.
He got it for free. Okay?
I did. It's for shoulder training for injuries.
You let me borrow it when I first
When you hurt your shoulder.
my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually
People
used
probably
it.
think I'm a complete asshole for listening to this, dude. There's a lot of stuff that makes me cringe in the outdoor industry anymore. But
it made me cringe.
that's just my
a
opinion.
It
lot.
made me cringe using it too. But I will say, with like the shoulder injury and using it, I'm like, actually, it helped.
Yeah. I used
Wasn't
it for
bad.
shooting a hinge.
Yeah. I would need
Best thing I've ever done for
I've only
learning.
shot hinges like a couple times. Dude, it's so easy to just
Punch yourself in the face.
punch myself in the face or set one sailing into the Never Never
I've
Land.
punched myself in the face one time. You ever hear about that?
Mm-mm.
My cousin and I, we killed a bull back in 2017, or I killed the bull. He was my caller. Bull's coming in. Bull walks out. I'm at like 3/4 draw. My finger's on the fucking trigger. Dude, I almost knocked myself out. Like, it fucked me up. I was seeing stars. And I didn't know what happened.
Really?
Dude, swear to God. And I was like loopy. I'm like looking around because I didn't know what happened. Like, it hit me like Mike Tyson, dude. Like, I actually felt like dizzy.
Really?
And I'm like, God dang. And I like get my bearings back together. And I'm like looking and the bull's gone. And Richard lets out another bugle and he steps back out.
Oh.
I'm like, oh shit. And then I shot him. But yeah, I almost messed that
Really?
one up. Yeah. The arrow must have went under him or over him. We found the arrow.
Probably over.
We found the arrow. So yeah, I was drawing
Probably
back.
just sent
I
it
don't
into the-
sky draw, but yeah, if I am drawing, it probably went over.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it hit me so hard, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think 80-pound limbs, 3/4 back, and like before it breaks
you're
over,
like at
dude,
a peak of the draw weight.
Yeah.
dude, it's like right in that sweet spot.
That not expecting it whatsoever.
I wasn't, dude.
I can say
I make sure, damn sure, you only make that mistake once.
Yeah.
One time.
I have never punched myself in the face because I learned on the AccuBow. I was so worried about it. I shot about 200 shots through my AccuBow with my hinge. But the first time I ever did shoot a hinge, Anthony, like, here, try this out. Didn't tell me shit about how to shoot a hinge.
Yeah.
We're at Butte Falls Archery Range. I pull back, and I'm on target. I'm like, okay, go off. And it just wouldn't go off. And then I said, oh, God. And then I went, boom, and I might have shot a house. I don't know. It went so far. But I said, oh, God, about the time the bow went off.
Sailing into the
Yeah,
Never
like
Never
I
Land.
pulled off target and just acted like I was a medieval archer and just shot it in the sky.
Dude, it sounds like Nick. Two scenarios with Nick. You're going to laugh at both of them. So he was out tuning broadheads at my house, at my grandparents', and we have this big freaking backstop. You cannot miss this thing, right?
Challenge accepted.
And, dude, he did
in
the
theory.
same thing I did. And he launches a broadhead arrow into the neighbor's field. Dude's got sheep out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, you did not just kill the neighbor's sheep. Luckily, there's no dead sheep.
That's good.
So I was like sweating bullets. But dude, another funny thing, Nick went to I believe it's called J&J Archery on the coast.
Yep.
Went to Gym Shop. I don't know if he's still open, but went to Gym Shop. He gave him a bow without a sight to shoot. He's like, yeah, just send a couple arrows through it and see what you think. What would you do with a bow with no sight? You'd walk up
You get
close.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He does it at 20.
Numbnuts fucking sends it at like 25 yards and hits the fucking the concrete backstop.
Yeah. Does he buy the bow?
Huh? No, the arrow like
Yeah,
fucking
no, I'm just saying,
ricochets
like-
off the fucking concrete. Fucking shit breaks the arrow.
I'll take it.
And yeah, so
That's what I say.
Nick was telling me, I'm like, Nick, you dumbass. Why would you do that? And he's like, I don't know, but Jim was pretty upset.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, that's freaking awesome.
That'd be
dude.
such a funny skit. Like, you have a guy that does that and shoots it, and he looks at it, he's like, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
This thing shoots awesome.
I watched a guy almost do that at the bow rack one time when the Spider Turbo was out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I I learned about Cam Hanes.
Because the breakover on those cams are pretty aggressive, aren't
Super
they?
aggressive. That was before they became more forgiving.
Like the first year that they came out with, because I was looking into buying a new bow, and I shot one of those, and I did not like the breakover in those. It was just
horrible. I could not keep that
rip
bow
my shoulder out
on the
of
back wall.
socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy is fighting this bow. He pulls it back. He's never shot a bow in his life. I just want to get into bow hunting like Cam Hanes. Verbatim, like basically what he told Wayne. Wayne's like, sure, I want Cam Hanes' bow. All right, here's whatever turbo. He gets over there. He draws it back, and he's just fighting the bow, and the bow's going like this. Boom. I'll take it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? That is way too much bow for you.
Didn't shoot anything else?
I was standing next to him.
Oh, you were there.
I was next to the guy. I was like, this guy's going to fucking kill somebody. I stepped over like 3 shooting lanes, and I'm just like watching the guy out of the corner of my. And then we said, I'll take it. I'm like, I just like, fuck, dude.
What did Wayne do?
He sold him the bow.
I know. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But what did Wayne like?
He didn't say shit. He just like
just
ring him up.
Straight face, just
Listen,
sitting there watching.
You can say what you want about Wayne. He will sell you something if you want it, whether it makes sense or not. And I'm going to leave it at that. He's there to make money.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy probably spent $2,500 at his shop that day.
Jeez.
Walked out. Yeah. Cam Hanes, Spa Hog style site.
Yeah. The release.
Everything. Yeah, the release.
Keep hammering
on the fan. The fan
but
page.
Holy shit, that guy was getting rip his shoulder, dude.
Dude. Okay, whatever. About Cam Hanes, like I'm not a fan.
You're not Dick Rider?
I'm not a Dick Rider, but dude, you know how old that shit has to be after like how long has he been like a celebrity now?
20 years, 30 years.
Really? That long?
25.
I mean,
once like peak
since he's blown up on IG.
Yeah. 20 years.
Well, no, on
him and David Goggins, dude. Like how it's got to be so shitty going out there like every day and doing content.
Yeah.
Like that shit's got to get old. Like David Goggins, we're out here fucking 20 miles deep with no shoes. It's fucking minus 12.
Yeah.
You're a fucking pussy if you don't do like that shit's got to get old. It's so cringy, but they got to keep doing that stuff to be relevant.
Well, and Cameron Hanes has said this a million times in the past. I hate podcasting.
Does he?
He now has his own podcast.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And it's like, that doesn't really make sense, dude. I know you're retired and everything, but you fucking hate podcasting. Now you have a podcast? Is this to make money or
I ran into him this summer.
You did?
Yeah.
Where at?
Up on
Pisgah?
One of the no, it wasn't. It was one of the other mountains that are right there outside of Eugene or whatever.
Okay.
One of the hiking trail, like running trails.
Yeah.
We were up there doing. My buddy was writing. He's writing a book of some kind or whatever. We needed some drone footage, and so we went up top there because it was like a perfect location. But it was funny because we were all sitting up there, and he comes running past us.
Oh, really?
And he gets up on like the rock, like we're on like one rock peak and he's on the other, and he's like spinning around with his phone, just like in his own world on like live.
I mean, love him or hate him, the dude made it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is a badass.
You can't fake what he's doing.
No, he is a badass.
Yeah.
And I do think almost everything he posts is dorky, but.
I mean,
he's making a living out of it.
He's doubled down on being him, and like he said, he's an average guy that just has an above average work ethic, and he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I can't disagree with anything there. There's some other things I wouldn't agree on, but
right.
I mean, but you got to think about this super grind mentality. That's not good for everybody, and it's not good. Period. For probably 99% of the people out there, it doesn't make sense because you have to sacrifice so much to do what they do.
Right.
Family time, kid time. Your sole purpose is to grind.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. So, I mean, there's a lot of things they're missing out on. In my perspective, they would say, no, I'm not. I'm getting the most out of what I want. I get that. However, there's more to life than hunting.
Yeah.
For me, there's more to life than. I haven't shot my bow in 3 months. That's the longest I've gone in years.
Really?
And I'm happy. I'm super happy. And I could probably still
honestly, dude, there's been years
pretty good.
where I almost just needed to take a break. We spend so much time in the woods where you're like, dude, I need to give this shit a break for, maybe a few months.
Do too much, do too much of what you love, and you begin to not love
Well,
it.
it's kind of almost why I'm not a fan of deer season anymore. Dude, we are out there grinding in September.
Sucks.
And
Yeah,
I love the
switching.
grind a lot, but once October hits, dude, I'm
tired.
out. I want to go to bed.
Beat
like,
down.
Yeah.
September,
Honestly,
I will grind September out hard.
100%.
October rolls around. I'm like, if I kill a buck, I kill a buck. But then the cold weather sets in. I'm like, fuck you.
Yep.
I'm
the same
I'm
way.
not going outside, and that's why I think that's why I honestly think I'm a bow hunter at heart, is because I hate the cold, dude. That's why you're out there in the
suck.
rain. That shit sucks, man. Who wants to be out in the rain?
I
Not
think
me.
I think it's why it goes back to when we're shed hunting, we're on these ridges and it's gorgeous. And we're like, man, why don't we work this hard for
In
actual deer
deer.
season?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's because it's 45 degrees
Shitty.
outside
Yeah.
and raining sideways.
Dude,
And
if I
it's- and I'm cold all the time anyways. I'm like,
if we put in the effort that we do for elk, we would probably kill good bucks every year.
I know for a fact we could.
It's hard. I'm not gonna be.
I would rather
full
be a
of shit
good
right now.
elk hunter than a good deer hunter.
I'm lazy as a deer hunter.
100%.
I drive around. I don't really get out, and it's honestly because
I do a lot more glassing than walking.
Well, that's almost why I'm.
Me too.
I glass anymore because I have killed bucks still hunting timber patches,
Yeah.
but more times than not, I kill them off a landing, and it's like, why did I just go hike that far when I
That
can kill one from
has
a landing?
been almost every buck I've ever killed.
Yeah,
Spend a lot of miles hiking timber, and either if you do jump a buck, getting the opportunity at it, if it's big enough. Usually, it's like you jump them and they're gone.
Yeah.
Unless it's later on in the season. But
Well, if you're good at jump shooting, which I'm horrible at jump shooting.
I can't. I miss
I've
miss
missed
when I'm
giants.
on a rest.
I missed a
buck
deer
fever
broadside
so bad.
at 40 yards staring at me with a rifle.
Yeah.
I suck offhand.
Yeah.
I suck. I had a beautiful 180-inch buck, and if I had my bow, I would have killed it. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But I had a gun, and I suck. That's why I like long-range shooting. I could take my time. I'm laying down. My crosshairs aren't moving.
Got lots of time.
There's no pressure.
Yeah.
I can dry fire on it 16 times if I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like that.
Well, you guys want to wrap this thing up?
Yep.
yeah. I need to go lift.
Yeah. James needs to go to bed.
I do.
You want to take one of those beers with you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to try that Indian Pale Ale.
Well, I will leave a comment post on Instagram. What kind of edit do you guys want to see? For me, less work the better. 5 to 10 minute video, 5-minute video would be perfect. That's really all we need, really. I don't really care to share it, but I think it would be go back, when I'm 60, go back and watch these videos. I think that's what I'm more interested in. We didn't even post on YouTube his hunt. We posted it on Instagram.
I think that's why why I want the videos memories.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want the memories.
Yeah. For
So.
sure.
All right. Well, sounds good, guys. Appreciate you for both coming on a work night. And, we'll hit it this year on the hill. So, see you on the next one.